Hello, I am Yuri, and this is the third video on the very basic guide to help you understand the very basics of the DUNE Spice Wars. Now, last video I told you guys the map, how every building works, what they help you in a very simplified way, and I gave you small tips here and there just to help you with the game flow. Now today I'll be going into operations and spying pretty much. So, how do you get these spies? Very simple, throughout the game. So there are ways to help you get spies faster and even more spies. All of them are here on the tree. I will not explain, I'll leave that into other video. But what do these spies do? They pretty much go for every single... They go into fields. That's the way I can explain to you. They go into the very different fields. And they give you buffs by doing so. So let's go over the basic of the fields. Arrakis. So what happens here? When you get the agent, the very first agent, by the way, you should always put in Arrakis. This is because these agents let you pick up these little buffs right from without having to send your army. So as you guys can see here, Arrakis information, one agent, and then you can get this reward over here. You should always put your first agent over here, always. Normally this is, but what happens when you put an agent over here, besides getting to get the buffs from afar, is set right down there, very down. If you look down on my mouse, you guys see agents assigned on this field will produce one authority. Authority will help you conquer more territories. Now this one may not look much, but trust me, it will help you because I have 3 right now, so it's giving me 3. So there you go. This will help you more than you could think of. Then there's Spacing Guild. When you put an agent over here, you get manpower. Manpower helps you recruit agents and workers. Pretty much every time you need to contract new people, you use manpower. So for factions that rely more on aggressive and building a big army to be aggressive, will want this. By the way, authority is more in case you... Also for people who like to be aggressive and conquer, but also, for example, in Atreides helps you to get people from get villages from afar. Next is comb. Comb is probably what people love the most. So when you put one on comb, you get 10 of money, 10 salary per agent, which is very good. And last is lance thread, which every time you put one agent, you get influence. Influence helps you here. Voting, it gives you more votes, so you have 100, and again, influence is the rest of your votes. So that's what you need. Let's go over to something else, which is to get operations, you need to fill out these levels. As you can see, defense sabotage, what does this do? Missile batteries and main base surfer give them minus 30% power. This is very good in case, for example, you're playing Arconan, which is very aggressive going into enemy territories, and they have over here, they have a missile battery. You can put this right over here. How does this work? Very simple. You need to fill out the requirements, which is level 1 Arrakis, right there. You guys can see my mouse, and you need to get intel. Intel is you get this with blue buildings. You need to read them, but as you guys can see here, data center gives me 3.6 intel production when neighboring an enemy region, and I am neighboring 2, so it gives me a lot. So I see the requirements, I have the intel, I can just start doing it. As you guys can see, it's doing it right here. Let's just imagine I did something else. I have right here a ceasefire. Ceasefire is very good for Atreides because it pretty much doesn't let any battle happen. So this is very good to slow down and stop people from attacking. In case you watched the previous video, you guys know that you have resources on the yellow bar, and if they are attacking you and you put right here, you're over one territory and you click and nobody can attack nobody. So what happens is an enemy just came here, they try to attack me, they can't, I cannot attack them, I don't care because I'm in my home, and now they are losing resources, and if they stay here trying to wait it out to then attack me, they're gonna start losing life because they ran out of resources. So that's pretty much it, how operations work. You get to fill these levels right here. By the way, I forgot to say one thing. As you guys can see, it requires level 1 over here to get it. How do you get level 1? You put one agent. If you only have one agent, the max level is 1. If you put 2 agents, the max level is 2. If you put 3 agents, the max level is a max, which is 3. So you put one, and then this little bar over here will start filling up until level 1. You put the second one, this bar will start leveling up as well, slowly, and so on and so forth. So you get the requirements, and then you choose what you want to do, and then you just, I cannot put anyone because, let's just do it over here. You put one territory over one territory, as you guys can see, and these operations will spread out through the whole territory, So yeah, that's what you need to know. As you guys can see here, nobody can attack here. There's always an icon for everything that you guys can see. So this is how the most basic of operations work. Now let's go to the most advanced operations, which is assassination. Now this is where I go over here to the factions. Now, the same way that you put up to 3 guys over here, you put 3 guys over here to unlock the assassination. As you guys can see, we need level 3 on the, in this case, on the Fremen knowledge to be able to start producing this, as well as having at least one agent in every one of these factions. So, I do have here 3, but as you guys can see, the yellow bar is not filled up. The bar is not filled up, therefore I'm still at level 2, as you guys can see over here. Once it's at level 3, you guys can start doing this. So, So, how does this work? Every time you start filling up this bar, the bar fills up, you get 1 spy, and then he goes over here, and then you can just spread out, put him where you want. And to unlock assassination, this is how it goes. You have one here, you put it in here. As you guys can see, I can only put 1. You put 1, you let the bar fill up, and then he's at level 1. What this unlocks you is right over here. Infiltration cells. As you guys can see, I only need level 1 of Fremen knowledge to unlock it. Then you craft it. I already did everything, so yeah, as you guys can see, I have 3. I'll explain this in a bit. You craft one, then you place it wherever you want with the cell, with the infiltration cell. Make sure you choose it very carefully. I'll explain how when I'm going to explain how to defend against this. But for now, for simplicity, you choose where to put on the enemy fragment right here. So you have, let's imagine we have a cell. We choose which of their territories, it needs to be their territories, to put, and leave it there. Once you put one infiltration cell, this will unlock. This unlocks you another slot of agents. So you get another agent, put it over here, and now it can fill up to level 2. Then you do this once more, put it on another territory. You cannot put on the same territory. Even if you could, it's not advised. And then you get level 3. Now you can put one and then wait it out for level 3. Once this fills up, you can make the assassination. Once you craft the assassination, it goes once again very simple. You pick it up. Let's imagine it's this over here. You choose one territory and then you place it. And then the assassination will appear over here. And now only you will know that you're trying to assassinate up until a certain point where they discover, and then this is where the defense starts. How does this defense work? So, on the offense, someone just filled up this and pulled an assassination on you. This is where the counterintelligence is important. I always love, before I even start doing this, I always love to make sure I have the most counterintelligence as possible. This is because the assassination will start filling up a bar. How do you slow that bar down? Counterintelligence. The more you have them, the slower the bar is. So I fill up everything. It should slow the bar down very well. And then what happens is, as I told you, you need to put infiltration cells to unlock slots on the agents to get level 3. Now, people are trying to assassinate you. You need to take out these infiltration cells. How do you do it? Right here. You go down here. It is not here. But pretty much you have infiltration cells, and then you have defensive cells, or there's an operation that will let you, I don't remember the name, I'm sorry, that tells you pretty much, it's not here. So this is normally over here, but it's another operation just like the infiltration cell, but it is to take out infiltration cells. So what you do, once again, you create it, go through the requirements, then you place it, and now this is where it gets a bit tricky. You need to choose one territory, but this search for the cell will not be on that territory. It'll be the other way around. It'll be along every single other around it. So if I put it over here, you will search here, 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 here. So it covers a lot. So when you are defending, make sure that when you do this operation of destroying the cells, you put it on territories just like this that covers up a lot of them. And if you're on the attack and you are planting the infiltration cells, make sure you do the opposite. You put on places where, for example, this territory could not cover a lot. So you try to see which territories are the best. Take your time, don't worry, it'll work. So how does this defense against infiltration cells work? You put it over here and then it'll search everything around. Let's imagine it hits. It says there's a cell nearby. What you need to do is these villages will now have a little icon over there, and you need to send your army over there manually, and they will search for infiltration cell. If they find it, they take it out. If they don't, well, he only said it was close to this territory, so it could be everything else. Normally what I do is I divide my army and just go through it quickly. Need to tell you, when it says it's close here, you cannot actually search this territory. You can only search everything around, but it could be this territory. So if it says to you it's nearby, you search everything else, and if nothing is if you find nothing, you will appear a notification over here, by the way, if you find it or don't find it. And then what you do is pretty much you can place it over here, which will search every single territory around it, and then you just go over here and it shall be here. If it tells you it's nearby, sometimes you put it over here, it searches everything around, and then it just tells you there's nothing nearby. So then you go over here, a little bit over here, or here, you just search it around. So that's how you counter the assassination, and this is how the spying works. I know this is probably the most important thing and the most complicated thing, to be honest. But I believe now you get it, you understand how operations work. Pretty much how you go about it on this mechanic is you see what you like the most. For example, as you guys see, I really enjoy the... Oh, cell search, there it is. Here it is. This is the spying operation, pretty much. This is the counter operation to the cell infiltration. There you go. So I really enjoy, for example, for Atreides, I really enjoy the ceasefire because it makes peace. I really enjoy the decoy dumper. This pretty much lets you put in a territory with sands, and then it calls out a worm. So again, sometimes I'm over here, and then I just I put the ceasefire and I put the decoy dumper. This is because if they want to wait, they can't, because a worm is coming and they need to go away. That's pretty much it. Or they stay here very close to me and start losing resources, and eventually when the ceasefire goes out, they just start getting bombarded right away. So yeah, and they don't have resources. So yeah, this is a very good combo. For example, with Harkonnen, maybe you want the the leaf order. No, sorry, not the. You want the EMP bomb, which gives minus 50% power and minus 50% speed on the missile batteries. Maybe you want this administrative burden. It depends on the strategy of the faction, but now you understand the mechanic. You can pretty much go however you want to. So thank you so much for watching. This was exhausting, but I believe you now get it. Go to your bots match and you can try this yourself. Next mechanic shall be the council. See you there. Goodbye.